Well, if you're a bride-to-be, this wedding planning stuff can get a little bit overwhelming, especially when it comes to sticking with a budget. Here to make it a bit easier for you is bridal consultant Tanis Jackson and Center for Women's Janet Robinson Alterman. How are you ladies doing today?
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks for having us here.
Great. And I mean, weddings in the summertime,
absolutely.
such a big deal, especially with all these reality shows coming out. Say Yes to the Dress, all those types of shows. People are so excited about weddings, but tell me, it has to be one of the biggest things that people do wrong is their budget.
Absolutely. There's a lot of mistakes that they make, and I think a lot of it has to do with just not knowing how much things cost or how to track the budgets, or maybe watching a few too many of those TV shows with platinum weddings. Big ticket prices on those. So.
And when we say tracking your budget, a lot of people think that they can just say, I'm going to spend X amount of money on my wedding, you know, X amount of dollars, and that's going to be fine. But you all are saying that's not enough, because just because you say you're going to spend this much money.
Absolutely. The more items that you track in the budget, everything down to, you know, $75 for your marriage license, the easier it is to stay on track. I say, you know, I've never heard a bride say, I think I'm going to spend $20,000, and then they don't track it and they go, oh, look at it, I only spent $15,000. That never happens. It always goes the other way, and they say, oh, I spent $27,000.
Yeah, and another thing I've noticed, a friend of mine, she just got married. It was a beautiful wedding. It was outdoors, and it was in South Beach. So everyone was worried about the weather, you know, and that's a big deal for people. Tell me how important it is for people to not so much fall in love with a venue, knowing that possibly something could go wrong, and then all of your money is just kind of down the drain.
Absolutely. I insist on having a rain plan for my brides. I just can't imagine what you would do. I mean, I can only hold so many umbrellas. You know, what are you going to do if it starts to rain? And you know, there are a lot of venues in Charleston. There's a lot of venues, and there's a lot of different options for people that can have some inside and some outside.
And Tanis is one of these professionals that understands budgeting, okay? And particularly, I think so many couples are paying for their own weddings today. You know, it used to be that in the past, families would kick in, shall we say.
You're right, they would.
And so it's important, I think, to have somebody with a checklist, because it's an emotional time. And I have to say that this particular program, Budgeting for Brides, is a program of the Center for Women. It's part of our You Can Do It series. We're holding it tomorrow evening at the center, starting at 6 o'clock. We need you to register if you want to come. There's a modest fee associated with it. You can give us a call or go to our website to register for this. But it's part of our whole commitment to women in this community to help them succeed. And who more than a bride wants to have a wonderful occasion to remember fondly.
And there's the website right there on your screen,
go.
Or excuse me, there's the information for the events that are going on this weekend. So hopefully people will now know, and they'll be there.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for being
you.
here. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Laura.
it. All right, well, stay with us. We're back in a moment.